Well, it is such a stressful time for all of us, and so many of us are struggling. But for those with serious addictions, alcohol, drugs, food, times of crisis and isolation are even more dangerous. And here to talk with us about this is addiction specialist and creator of the Beacon program here in New York, Molly Carmel. Thank you so much for being with us, Molly. And as an addiction specialist, tell us what is going on, what you're seeing during this time of quarantine.
It's a time that we want to be feeling different than we're feeling, right? We want to be feeling good. We want to be feeling numb. We want to be feeling high. So cue these addictive behaviors for people who struggle with them. These are very familiar patterns that can be easy to go back to: alcohol, drugs, overeating, gambling, shopping, sex, you name it.
Right. And then this is also another caveat, because those who are in recovery, who were used to attending those regular meetings with support groups face to face, that's gone now. So what can they do? What options are there for them?
Well, it's actually an incredible and very beautiful thing that has happened. Those communities, and specifically the 12-step community, has galvanized in a tremendous way. Nearly the entire community, at least in New York City, is on Zoom, go business as usual. And so for those who are struggling in general, I would suggest to go to the intergroup homepage of any of the 12-step communities, and you'll see that there are phone meetings, that there are online meetings. It's different, but it'll do.
That's amazing. Yeah, no, it's better than nothing, certainly. So what are your tips for those who are at home struggling? You say the first thing you should do is be flexible.
Absolutely. As a therapist, all I'm hearing is like, it doesn't feel the same. My workouts don't feel the same. The therapy doesn't feel the same. And the truth is, it's not the same. But these days, I think we have to say that something is better than nothing. And so getting our heads wrapped around this being new, and we have to find a way to make this new life okay and reasonable for us.
Yeah, the next one you say is get off your devices.
Oh, yeah. I mean, talk about how isolating and crazy making those can be. And I'm not one to say we should be on a news cleanse at all, but finding a middle path between your scrolling and your information intake versus where it turns you into and towards spaces that doesn't feel useful towards you. I think it's finding a middle path and limiting your screen use and your news feed.
Right. You want to be connected, but you don't want it to somehow be disruptive. So you also say get a plan.
Absolutely. And I think that this is one of the more common suggestions right now, is to get a plan. But I think that, certainly in addiction, we thrive on schedule. And I think there are things that people are overlooking. So scheduling our meals, scheduling our showering. And I actually think scheduling our connection, the opposite of addiction is connection. And we can get isolated so quickly. Our minds can become a really dangerous neighborhood. And so I'm actually saying to schedule reaching out to 3 people a day, and by the way, it helps other people too. I know when I've been getting phone calls, I've been like, oh, I'm so glad to not think about myself today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think that's a great advice. And the next one you say is to be mindful.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, we have a little bit of spare time, maybe not all the parents out there, but, it's meditation and mindfulness. It's a biologically based intervention. It actually helps us to manage our anxiety, like Dan Harris was saying this morning. And so what a wonderful time to pick up a practice, and not necessarily sitting quietly, but getting focused. There's so many ways that we can be managing our anxiety, working on our neural pathways, and, feeling, we're certainly not going to be feeling exactly the way we felt a few months ago, but we can be doing better than we're doing and feeling better than we're feeling. It's certainly somewhat of a solvable problem.
Yeah, we have that
way.
Power within. Molly Carmel, thanks so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.